Good day, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jerry Emmett, Chief Marketing Officer here at 7th Online, and we are the leading provider of cross-channel merchandise planning and assortment management solutions to the retail industry. This is part of 7th Online's Thought Leadership webcast series. I invite you to view our others as well, as we cover many of today's hot topics for the retail executive. Also, feel free to check out our website at 7thonline.com for our white paper series. So today we're going to talk about Escape from Excel. Retail can survive and thrive on spreadsheets. What you're going to learn in the next 10 to 15 minutes? How to get off Excel and really have one version of the truth. We've heard that many times. How to have more intelligent information at your fingertips to make better decisions. How to get that critical Monday morning report, sales, inventory, profit reports, aggregated with flexible roll-ups at any level. And then finally, where is your organization on the merchandise maturity model? My favorite way to quickly assess an organization and see how trapped they are to Excel. Excel's not a bad product, but you can't run your business on it. And if you're running your business on Excel, well, all I'm here to tell you is you better run. There's a better process. So in order to increase sales, improve margins, and maximize profitability, retailers must deliver the right styles, right colors, right sizes, and the right quantities to each store to match local demand. I know you've heard that before, but you really have to do it. You must continuously reevaluate this merchandise mix as demand and supply factors change. And this entails not only intelligent historical performance assessment, but also accurate forecasting of what lies ahead. Let's be realistic. This is not easy considering the volume, complexity, and inaccessibility of relevant data as well as the fast-paced nature of our business. Merchants need a way to interpret dynamic demand, supply, and planning information 24/7 from a single access point with a complete 360 view of your business for a real one version of the truth. Here's the best part. More than 70% of retail companies, and yours may be one of them, use Excel as their principal tool for planning and demand forecasting. This is unbelievable to me. Many of these companies are what I like to call in spreadsheet hell. What's spreadsheet hell? I think all of you know out there, but it's basically a continuing state of inefficiency and disruption related to using Excel for merchandise planning. Dozens, and I've even seen hundreds of spreadsheets used throughout a retail organization, as well as its extended enterprise with incorrect, inconsistent formulas, inaccurate numbers, no central repository of information, and no version control. This leads to major inefficiencies, frustration, and decisions based on incomplete information. There's an enormous amount of data everywhere, sales, inventory, etc., but it's generally not available in an aggregated view to intelligently take timely action. Now I'd like to go into a little detail on planning, demand forecasting, and then a critical part of optimization. So first let's talk about planning. As you know, every retailer is challenged with how to effectively plan and execute unique store-level assortments that match the local demand. In order to determine that profit-maximizing merchandise mix for each location, you've got to consider vast amounts of dynamic demand and supply data, product location attributes, historical performance, current trends, and strategic financial objectives. Now, this is necessary information that often resides on disparate systems or spreadsheets, and decisions involve input from multiple parties across various business functions. So it's critical to have an intelligent platform to coordinate, analyze, and share this dynamic data information in real time and to translate it into optimal merchandise plans and localized assortments, size, color, style, by store, by week. Also, it's critical to have a forecast-driven system that enables you to intelligently seed assortments based on defined demand drivers, promotional markdown strategies, historical performance, and product location attributes. I like to say the solution should integrate the art and science of merchandising. It needs to be user-friendly in an environment that facilitates merchants that they'll use it and they'll adopt it. That's critical, adoption and usability. And of course, management needs a complete view and visibility into all planning activities to ensure that plans are aligned with company objectives and that you have the ability to react when you need to react to opportunities and challenges as they may arise. Now let's talk a little bit about demand forecasting. I don't have to tell you today that competition among retailers has never been tougher. Even the most successful stores operate on razor-thin operating margins. So an inaccurate assessment of changing consumer demands can have an immediate and devastating impact on profits and ultimately viability. You must strategically plan how to effectively outperform current and new competitors across all their channels, your brick and mortar, your e-commerce, your mobile devices. So even with an optimally executed plan, reality, which I hate that word reality sometimes, but inevitably varies from that original plan that you started with. So buying activities are ever changing, and those different variables in supply and deliveries will impact in-stock inventories. Retailers need a way to track in-season performance against plan in order to react as quickly and effectively as possible to meet your forecasted demand. Luckily, retail forecasting algorithms can now provide new opportunities to improve current and future business performance, and although the art of the individual merchant will never be replaced, it can be augmented by an efficient, objective, and statistical approach to forecasting demand. You need to be able to handle mass amounts of retail transaction data, cleansing it, organizing it, mining it in order to project customer demand in the future. You need to ensure you have the right product in the right place at the right time, and very importantly, in the right quantity. This approach to demand forecasting in retail will contribute to the accuracy of your future merchandise and assortment plans, satisfaction of future customers, and the overall efficiency and profitability of retail operations. Everyone wants to grow sales, we know that, maximize profits, and have happy customers. That's our business. That's what we do every day. This means having stores sufficiently stocked to meet customer demand, but not so overstocked, excessive capital tied up in inventory, or the dreaded significant season-end markdowns, which may be necessary. You need a process and a system that enables the dynamic assessment and forecasting of sales, inventory, and receipts by week throughout the selling season so that merchandise assortments and promotional strategies can be adjusted to best match that current demand. So let's go a little bit into optimization if you're looking at the cube at the bottom. So in order to determine optimal store assortments, you have to consider financial and strategic objectives, historical sell-through and missed opportunities, local demographics, and other secondary factors relevant to your specific business. And all businesses out there are different. Though much of this data is available to you in Excel, the volume and complexity prevents people from effectively leveraging it. So usually merchants are forced to rely on their own number crunching and, yes, intuition, gut reaction, gut feeling, sometimes resulting in unnecessary missed sales opportunities and excessive markdowns. No way to run your business. So it's important to be confident that you are investing in a merchandise mix for each store that maximizes profit potential based on historical performance, customer data, and strategic objectives. Systems now can generate the optimal category, class, SKU, breadth, and depth to meet local demand while incorporating the necessary constraints. The optimization can be performed at various levels depending upon retailer's requirements. Every retailer loses a significant portion of sales and gross margin due to a mismatch between size, distribution, and local demand. The amount of data and quantitative analysis involved in producing the optimal size allocation by style by store is prohibitive. Furthermore, the calculations of the size distribution are often oversimplified, not taking into account the price, the revenue, and margin impact of missed opportunities, stockouts, and overstocks in particular sizes. Without correcting for past mistakes, history is repeated rather than improved upon, and that's critical. So these shortcomings in size distribution result generally in lower profits and unhappy customers. You can avoid these unnecessary sales and margin losses with powerful size analytics and optimization capabilities. Through historical point-of-sale analysis and proprietary optimization algorithms, the proper optimization determines the optimal size distribution by store that will minimize lost sales due to early size breaks without increasing inventory. For case pack styles, the algorithms determine the optimal size mix for each pre-pack and the optimal distribution of available pre-packs to each store. Many merchandise decisions are data-driven, yet the sheer volume and complexity of the data prohibits merchants from effectively utilizing it. Retailers need to have a single, flexible, aggregated view and no longer need to deal with that out-of-control data, dozens of spreadsheets we talked about. Yes, that's spreadsheet hell. You're now able to turn data into actionable information and make the right recommendations that provide maximum profit potential. So if we take a look at where does your organization fit on the merchandise maturity model, the goal in any retail organization is to instill best practices across the enterprise and to think and act like a leader in the industry. Every company needs to minimize risk, improve processes, and have the right people, policies, technologies in place to survive and thrive. And on this chart, you want to be in the upper right-hand corner. And most organizations fall somewhere in the middle of the model. with only a handful of smart retailers in the desired upper right-hand corner that are doing true consumer-centric cross-channel merchandising. The lack of structure in spreadsheets is the principal reason smart retailers move from spreadsheet planning to solutions that aid in the merchandise and assortment planning process. So whether your organization is using a common Excel template, a shared repository, or even a feed into Excel, it's not secure. Difficult to manage version control, and there's a high chance your spreadsheets contain errors. We talked about that before. You also know the dangers of information silos, of decisions being made on old, inaccurate data, the hours wasted in uploads, downloads, reconciliation, and formula creation. As you rise up the maturity model, it's critical to have that seamless integration with other point solutions in the organization, like your financial, purchasing, and inventory systems. Fueled by the Internet, e-commerce and multi-channel retailing has grown rapidly in recent years. In this new consumer-centric world of integrated, multi-channel retailing, most organizations, as I said, fall somewhere in the middle of the maturity model. But for those smart and fast-growing retailers and e-tailers, they are really doing true consumer-centric retailing. And, of course, one of the most important factors there is to have a cross-channel merchandise and assortment management solution in place today. So, yes, you can escape from Excel with 7th Online's cross-channel merchandise and assortment management solution. We address the Excel challenge with an industry-specific cross-channel merchandise and assortment management solution that includes planning, demand forecasting, and optimization solutions, enabling merchants to work more intelligently and efficiently at every step of the process by leveraging the power of art and science. Having this increased visibility across all channels and earlier demand insight, retailers are now able to better plan and analytically reduce markdowns and out of stocks, as well as greatly improve inventory turns. Management can be confident that strategic and financial objectives are met and that they're investing in a merchandise mix that maximizes profit potential. Also at 7th Online, we have built-in business intelligence and analytics. The solution encompasses that merchandise financial planning, visual and analytical assortment planning, in-season merchandise management, and order and execution based on powerful optimization, forecasting, and collaboration engines. And as I mentioned, the embedded business intelligence, it's easy to use, real-time, and drives productivity throughout your whole organization. With the visibility and business intelligence provided by the solution, merchants are able to quickly produce optimal assortments driven by current trends, historical performance, financial plans, local demand patterns, and supply constraints. So if you take a look here, you see some of our leading-edge customers. As we wind down, I also want to say that 7th Online, that we offer all our solutions are either in a deployed model or in the cloud. And the 7th Online difference, we have deep retail industry expertise. Our management team has over 100 years of combined IT and fashion retail experience. Some of our board of directors, advisors from Barney's, Liz Claiborne, Macy's, Neiman Marcus. I mentioned the advanced proprietary algorithms, the embedded business intelligence, very simple, easy to use, scalable. We have a proven ROI and fastest time to value with our rapid implementation approach. Can get you up and running faster than anyone. And of course, our proven track record with fast-growing brands, e-commerce, and vendors in the apparel, footwear, and accessories market. So thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions, please contact me, Jay Inman at 7th Online, or call me at 212-997-1717. I appreciate it and hope to see you at our next webcast. Thank you so much.